Ukraine live briefing. Germany, U.S. to send battle tanks. Ukraine confirms Soledar withdrawal. Berlin announced plans Wednesday to send German-made Leopard 2 main battle tanks to Ukraine after weeks of international pressure. Germany will send 14 tanks from its own military stocks and begin training Ukrainian forces on German territory, the government said, adding that it would also issue the appropriate transfer permits enabling other European nations to re-export their Leopard 2 tanks to Ukraine. The decision came as the Biden administration also announced it would provide 31 M1 Abrams tanks to Ukraine. Despite previous concerns that they might require too much training and maintenance for Ukrainian forces. To liberate their land, they need to be able to counter Russia's evolving tactics and strategy on the battlefield in the very near term. President Biden said of the Ukrainians in remarks at the White House. He was flanked by Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin and Secretary of State Antony Blinken as he announced the Abrams deal on Wednesday, calling the vehicles the most capable of tanks in the world. On the battlefield, a Ukrainian military chief confirmed to the Washington Post that his forces had withdrawn from the eastern town of Soledar. Russia's capture of the small salt mining city in the eastern Donetsk region marks its first significant territorial gain since July. Germany approves Leopards for Ukraine, as U.S. promises M1 tanks. Here's the latest on the war and its ripple effects across the globe. Key developments. Germany aims to have the Leopard 2 tanks integrated on the battlefield by the end of March, the Defense Ministry said, helping arm Ukraine for a potential spring offensive. That leaves a tight window for logistics and training, which will begin in Germany basically immediately, said Ministry spokesperson Arne Kalitz. The M1 Abrams tanks are unlikely to arrive by spring when both Russian and Ukrainian forces are set to begin new offensives. They will be ordered from manufacturers rather than transferred from existing U.S. stocks, officials said. The decision to announce them now appeared designed to break a logjam with the Germans, providing Berlin with the cover it needed to feel comfortable sending its own weapons. Zelensky said the number of tanks and how long it will take to deliver them to Ukraine is critical. In an excerpt of an interview with Sky News, slated to air in full on Thursday, he thanked Germany, Britain, and the United States. But speaking frankly, the number of tanks and the delivery time to Ukraine is critical, he said. Russia has lashed out at the moves to send tanks. This extremely dangerous decision takes the conflict to a new level of confrontation, said Russia's ambassador to Germany, Sergei Nechayev, adding that it had caused irreparable damage to relations between Berlin and Moscow and accusing Germany of pumping Kyiv with lethal weapons. In Moscow, Peskov said the decision left little prospect for a diplomatic way out of the war. Meanwhile, Russia's ambassador to the United States, Anatoly Antonov, called the reported U.S. decision to send tanks of blatant provocation. Ukraine needs a strong state, Zelensky said after several senior officials resigned or were removed Tuesday. He promised to make wide-ranging personnel changes amid a public outcry over corruption allegations involving government and law enforcement officials.